What's up, dudes and dudettes? I am the Mystical Green Beanie, and welcome to my minor spoiler review for Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. This video is a day late, but that's intentional because I wanted to wait a full day, to have my thoughts formulated when I made this review. And I guess that as of right now, I can say with confidence that I was disappointed with this film. Now, I'm not saying that this is a bad movie by any stretch of the imagination, because this is by no means a bad film. This is a really damn good movie. But I guess I was just expecting more, my expectations were way too high for this film. But I was let down by it. I'm not gonna say that it was not a good film. So moving forward, I'm just going to list off some things that I liked and didn't like about the film. And starting off with Finn and Poe Dameron. They are awesome. They are easily the highlight of this movie. They were so cool. Rey, I feel, was very interesting, but I don't feel like she had to fight for anything. It's like instead of having the ability to tap into the Force, she could tap into the plot and she could see what was going to happen next. And while I was charmed by Rey, and I had fun going on the adventure that she went on alongside her, I can't buy that she is the person that we see in the end of the movie. Her character arc was just way too rushed, in my opinion. Then again, this movie was rushed, so I don't know what I should have expected. I also have some issues with Kylo Ren, but that's just me being a big baby who is still having troubles getting over the fact that the old expanded universe is gone. So I have to wrestle with that on my own. But yeah, also, I wasn't too keen on the fact that this movie traded way too much on nostalgia. But it didn't kill the movie like Superman Returns did, but it was really damn close. Plus, the story is just episodes 4 and 5 smashed together, which isn't terrible. Those are the best in the saga, in my opinion, but I would have liked to see something new. And finally, as I mentioned earlier, you got to take into consideration that this movie was a rushed job, and you can really tell. It shows in the script. Prime example: there's a character in this film whose sole purpose is to get the ball rolling. I swear to God, I am not lying. He shows up in the beginning of the film, and he gets certain events in motion, and that starts the film off, and then he disappears for like 45 goddamn minutes. And then he just pops up out of nowhere and throws an offhanded remark about, oh, well, you see, this is why I wasn't integral to the second act of the plot, so blah, 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 blah. But other than that, I thought that it was good. Better than the prequels in terms of acting and dialogue and appropriate use of special effects. This film really knows when to, use CG and when not to use CG. And as I said previously, the script was just very rushed, and it feels like the film wants me to believe that all these characters are just going to bump into each other and become the best of friends. And that's just straight up lazy writing, but the actors really sell it. John Boyega and Daisy Ridley are just freaking spectacular, and Oscar Isaacs he's Oscar Isaacs. I mean, I'm pretty sure this guy's been nominated for Oscars before, and if he hasn't, what is wrong with the world? Also, this just feels like classic Star Wars. And even though I was disappointed, there's clearly thousands of people who weren't. And you know what? I'm glad for them. I'm glad they got to walk out of the theater feeling fulfilled. And all I can say is, I envy you, you lucky bastards. Yeah, those were my thoughts on Star Wars Episode 7. Um, Overall, it's a really good film. I have my personal issues with it, and I'll get more into that when I do my spoiler-filled review. But as it stands right now, just go watch it. Come on. What are you waiting for? It's Star Wars. Star Wars is in the theaters. Take your kids, take your significant other, take yourself. Just go see this movie. Because I can say Star Wars is back.